This is a big year and a make or break year for Coach Simmons and the FAMU Rattlers. Let's talk about it, why, what it means, and what you can expect, what you should expect from FAMU in 2023. It's fall camp, it's football season. We're going to talk about it after the bumper. Stay tuned. What is going on, everybody? What is going on, everybody? My name is JeffLightsyJr. This is the Victory Formation Sports Show right here on JeffLightsYjr. YouTube, Facebook, wherever you get your content. Do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button, a like, share, subscribe, and notification bell because we upload all the time. Now, I was just randomly thinking about the FAMU Rattlers. There's been so much that has taken place with FAMU since they've entered the SWAC, since they've been a part of the SWAC, going on year 3 now? Just talking football. And this is a make or break year for FAMU. This is a make or break year for Coach Willie Simmons. This is a make or break year for the Rattlers, and there's several reasons why. One, let's just be honest. They've been one of, if not the second best team in the SWAC over the last 2 years. And most FAMU fans will tell you if it wasn't for Dion, they would have been SWAC champions the last 2 years. If it wasn't for Deion Sanders and his presence at Jackson State, they would have been the ones representing the SWAC in the Celebration Bowl. Point blank, period. And so now they figure, since he is gone, he's in Boulder, it is their time to win the SWAC. You add that to the fact that they have one of the longest tenured head coaches in the SWAC. Willie Simmons has been at FAMU just as long as, outside of McNair, at Alcorn. Everybody else has either been there less time or just about the same amount of time as Willie Simmons. He's probably the second most tenured coach in the SWAC. And not to mention, there's no excuses this year. There's no excuses to why FAMU can't go out, win the SWAC East, win the SWAC, and represent the SWAC in the Celebration Bowl. They have the preseason SWAC Offensive Player of the Year and Jeremy Musa, their quarterback. Now, some of you may feel like, hey, it should have been Jarvian Howard at Alcorn. I told you guys right here. I said FAMU Offensive SWAC Player of the Year. Preseason will probably be Jeremy Musa. Defense will probably be Sunday Out Anderson. I was 2 for 2. My boy over there, Zach, over at the Blue Bloods, he's like, man, there's no way it shouldn't be Bubba Adams and Jarvian Howard. I said, yo, you might be right. But these are the two guys I think they'll pick, and those are the two guys they ended up picking. You look at Coach Simmons, there's a number of things that have happened to FAMU, just recently. He came on this program, he threw out the words, the infamous 2 words, self-inflicted. And everybody's been looking at him a certain kind of way since he said that. Well, Coach Simmons will get a chance, and his team will get a chance to prove why he feels like 2022 version of the OBC Orange Blossom Classic was a fluke, and to prove why they'll be able to represent the SWAC in the Celebration Bowl this year. You've had self-inflicted. You had the Boston Richie, the real Boston Richie thing, shooting a music video in the locker room, suspending things for a couple of days, making national headlines because of it, all for the wrong reasons. You had that. You had them deciding to leave the Orange Blossom Classic. To some, that was negative press as well. The fact that Jackson State re-signed for 3 years, and FAMU, the team who's played in each and every single time the Orange Blossom Classic has been played, it has featured FAMU, and decided to walk away from that, something that's been taking place since the 70s. So you had that. That was also negative press. All of these things that have negative press, and yet some way you're still going into the year. Or you had the Kamari Stevens ordeal, entering the transfer portal, coming back a couple of days before SWAC Media Day, re-entering the transfer portal. You had all of that. And still, somehow, some way, you still can be the team to beat in the SWAC. You still can represent the SWAC. And this is the year to do it. Your coach just signed, according to himself on Twitter, he just signed a 10-year extension to be the head coach at FAMU until 2032. You have your quarterback back. This is your quarterback's first time in his entire 6-year college career of having the same offensive play caller for more than 1 year. He's the lead starter. You revamped the offensive line. You added backs to the running back room. You went out and hit the transfer portal hard. Brought in, I think, the second most FBS transfers from to the SWAC, only behind Jackson State. There's no excuse. There's no excuse. You've got guys like Mr. Campbell holding it down for you. You got FAMU, Willie Simmons Visor, for FAMU Parody, all on Twitter holding it down for you. The Rattlers are strong. You guys, the fan base is rapid. You guys are going back and forth with the JSU fans. This is the time. There is no excuse. There's no excuses. And that is why I do think this is a make or break year. If you don't win the SWAC this year, there's going to be a lot of questions that need answers. Now, it's fall camp season. You know, knock on wood, you need to get through camp healthy. That's the number one thing of fall camp. Obviously, there's some position battles that you got to figure out, but the number one thing is to come away healthy. Make sure all your starters or your key contributors come away from fall camp healthy. And with the FAMU team that's looking to they're not just looking to win the SWAC East. They don't just have a team that they think can win the SWAC, albeit that's what they want to do. They have a team that they think can not just represent the SWAC in the Celebration Bowl, but can hold it down for the SWAC in the Celebration Bowl. You know, the same Celebration Bowl the SWAC is 1-6 in. They think they can have a team that if it makes it to the Celebration Bowl can go toe-to-toe with North Carolina Central. They can go toe-to-toe with Howard, Morgan State, or whoever represents the MEAC, South Carolina State, whoever will end up representing the MEAC in the Celebration Bowl. That's why this year's big. Your coach ain't out here just talking just to talk. You got Chad Johnson representing you as in an official capacity. So I'm sure you'll see him in Tallahassee at some point during the season. You've got your new AD, Tiffany Sykes, making things happen. Good, and some people feel like and bad, but she's out here representing loud and proud. There's no excuse. You got to make it happen. You have to make it happen if you want to continue to be considered serious in this football thing over in the SWAC. You came from the MEAC, you and Bethune-Cookman. Bethune-Cookman, they've run on some troubled waters, but they're trying to figure things out. But you hit the ground running. Now it's time to elevate. Now it's time to take that next step. Now it's time to prove that you are one of the premier programs in the entire SWAC and win this SWAC East Division, win the SWAC, and go ahead and make noise in the Celebration Bowl. Coach Simmons, this is it. This is fall camp has started for FAMU or just about started. This is the time to make it happen. Whether they'll be able to make it happen, I guess we all have to wait and see. But I can't wait because it's August, it's football season, and the FAMU Rattlers are the team. Are they going to be the team that we think they can really be? Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. This is the make or break season for Coach Simmons and the FAMU Rattlers. My name is JeffLightsyJr. This is the Victory Formation Sports Show right here on JeffLightsYJr. YouTube, Facebook, wherever you get your content. Do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button. Like, share, subscribe, and the notification bell because we upload all the time. Also, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at JLightsy7, on Instagram and Twitter at JLightsy7. Thank you guys for tuning in. See you next time. Peace.